pretty amazing.
Yep, man. Yeah, man. Neither do I. I've done it a couple times.
Seals the whole time, 'cause I never put my seals on. I'm coming out this way, right?
Yep, coming out this way. It is unlocked. All right, you ready? Stand by.
Gen 3, Vortex.
Impact. Good job on hitting it though, because that is the smaller plate. All right, T, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, 300 yard on you.
That last one, as soon as I squeezed, I felt it.
Impact. Next target.
That's what it's like. It's the best in the world because at least if you did it, you knew you did it. That's right. Yeah. That's how they fucked it up. No, I know. But then it just hurts more because you know you. Yeah. I have no excuse. I fucked up.
Impact. Next target. Impact. The last one was slightly high, the other two were center.
What's up, guys? So this is the end of day one. I had an amazing time. So the first part of the day, we started off, we got here at about 6:30. We started with the sponsors, which included Radian, Vortex, there was EMM, which is Parker Mountain Machine, Griffin Armaments, There was a whole bunch of other sponsors. We got to shoot a bunch of stuff, got to see a bunch of new red dots. We got to test out Parker Mountain Machines 2-port comp that I was thinking about getting. And then about halfway through the day, finished that up. And then we started and we came over to Zero for the modern day sniper course, which is what I took. And that course was awesome. I mean, we started off with the original zeroing of the targets, and once we zeroed our targets, which my 308 was right on, to start off, I shot a 3-round group, and the 3-round group on the right side was awesome grouping, just wasn't where my point of aim was, but the point of impact was a really tight group, probably about a half minute. Came over about 4/10, came up about 2/10, zeroed it, and everything was good from there. Once we zeroed it, my velocity for my 308 training rifle that I brought was 25.85. We chronoed it, put all that into the Hornady 4 degrees of freedom, and once we did that, we came out to the 700-yard range, validated trajectory, starting off at the 700. I was shooting about 0.3 high, so I had to come back. My original dope for the 700 was 6.3, but then I came down to 6 mils exactly, put it into the Hornady app to adjust into the axial form factor, and once we did that, everything was on point. And then once we started shooting, everything was great. I ran a little bit of a course of fire. It was a 300-yard target out to a 600-yard target, and then back to a 400-yard target. I went 3 for 3 rounds, cleaned it, so that was kind of cool. This is my first time taking this 308 out to a training course. So for me, I really wanted to work on my recoil management and my wind calls. Today there was absolutely no wind. Actually, when we first got out here, I was holding about 2/10. It was only blowing about 2 or 3 miles an hour. Once you got past about the 400-yard range, but other than that, after that, on the there was nothing. And then we went to dinner, came back, and then we were just holding straight up. Unfortunately, it got a little dark, and the way that the range was set up, there was only about between the 400 and like 600-yard stadium lighting that we could use, but it was good because I got to do some tripod work. I got to do some shooting from the sitting, from the standing, from the kneeling, and then luckily Ryan D'Agostino was able to put me through a little bit of course of fire, which was a little different for me. That was at the 400-yard range, and we did a KYL rack where you have to know your limits. If you hit a target and you move on, you can keep moving on to the smaller and smaller KYL, but if you lose it and you don't do well and you miss that target, you have to go back and either hit that target or you lose all of your points. So the first time for me, I got up to the second one, and then I dropped that last round, but that was a different course of fire that I've never done before, so that was cool. And then I retried that course of fire, and I did it on a tripod standing, and I got 5 out of 6 points that you can get for that target. I didn't go for the smaller one just because my wobble zone wasn't as tight as I wanted it to be, and to be quite honest, that was my first time ever shooting off a tripod past 100 yards. So that was cool to do. This tripod that I was shooting off of was the Really Right Stuff tripod. It's super stable, and I marked it for the spot for me where my length is for my standing. I was clipping in, I wasn't using a bag, so that was really nice to use, and different to shoot off of compared to shooting off my belly or shooting off from a standing kneeling. I really enjoy shooting off a tripod, and for me to be able to shoot out past 200 yards or whatever it is, and do well, especially at night, it was great. This was also the first time I've used a Collis at night, where the distance between the target and me was completely dark, and then the target was lit up in a lower light situation, and like usual, Collis always outperforms and does amazing. So I had no surprise there. Other than that, everything else has been good. The ammo that I try to reload, I wasn't 0-4. I tried shooting a few rounds, but it just wasn't gonna happen. I was shooting super high, tried to come down a little bit on my dope, but it just wasn't working. And then I was gonna be chasing all over the place. I'm at 0-4 anyway, and honestly, it wasn't even worth it. It was just easier just to use the Federal 175s that I have, the factory ammo. They shoot really great, obviously, and I brought about 300 rounds. We're just gonna be shooting today, tomorrow, so it should be good. The 700-yard range, which is here. And then in the afternoon, have lunch, and then same thing. We come back here for the course of fire. It's going to be a good time.
in the air.
That's so awesome.
I mean, I don't think they meant to, but
Oh no.
probably took some pride.
Flipped it right over.
What happened?
Tiny one at 700.
Just burned my magnet. Just burned through my whole mag.
Always a good feeling. You holding wind at 7?
Y'all good?
Wind at 7?
Yep.
I wasn't when I was
I'll take a mark 5. It's fair.
Nice. I've been shooting to 5 now. You know when like left center.
We need to fix that situation.
You guys still do the end. Yeah, I put a restricted gas tube in it, and then put a tub. I don't want to have a giant CCO on this place. All right, Thomas, you ready? Yes, sir. All right, on you. Left, 0.2, up, 0.2. Back. Impact.
Impact! I had that issue on the property. They fixed the problem.
Left, 0.2.
Impact!
Hit. I was trying to make corrections. Back. I'm still not used to the rifle or the scope or anything. I've only had it for a shoot hand.
Impact!
Yes. It shoots better than I do.
Time. Go ahead, single out.
I was seeing and it was hitting the exact same place. Back.
Oh yeah.
And then it was hitting almost like in the same spot.
We got you for 7.
Back.
Then you just gotta go, okay, why aren't I maybe in the right direction? Okay, and you gotta slow down.
Yeah, it's been an awesome event. Back.
With the fact that you're seeing it good. 6 Creedmoor will fire out at 6.5. We won't blow anything up. It'll just kind of bounce down, and then it might strike your muzzle device. You won't die. Good news.
Good, bad.
Good, dude.
Yeah, that.
Did everything?
Yeah, but I mean, like, as far as like mechanics and
Yeah, I was watching.
anything to change.
And it just takes
For these size of targets, no, but I mean,
I know.
one thing I noticed,
Hey, I mean, to be
initially I was
honest
going
with
to say
you,
something, I was like, the range isn't far and the targets are close as fuck.
I know.
Is like, I saw a key feature to me that stands out when I know someone's fighting NPA
Yeah.
is this, and then I watch my hips,
I was calling him.
see that? That little shift told me that you fought.
Because I saw my reticle and it was.
I'm assuming you were to the right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because your hips went right, which means your muzzle went
Right.
left.
And before when we were doing like positional stuff on my belly, Phil came over and kept saying that I was shifting my shoulders first. So I tried to shift my hips first instead of shifting the hip.
Right. So if I were to shoot this, I would have done the same thing because I know I'm going to hit that fucking target. So I would just pick. I mean, it's pretty much the same spot. But if I had like 2 targets over here, if it's a little wider, then yeah, I'm going to open up. Macro, I'm on, engage, rec, bolt, shift, close, fire. And I'm just pivoting on the foot with that. And that way, I'm not having to pick up and kind of shuffle my feet. I just drive and pivot on that so the hips stay with
I was
it.
gonna hold. I was just gonna set up for 1.5 and just hold up and down.
Yeah.
But we have 2 minutes, and I really want to get. I just want to get used to still like just working the turret.
So what I was telling them was if I have a multiple target engagement like that and it's a smaller target and deeper, I'll dial for it and hold under on a closer one. So it's something you can do, but it's different for people. People usually are fine holding over if they're not used to holding under, but it's really nice if you're used to holding under and you're trying to engage a small target deeper and you want that to be optically centered with it, which is easier for conceptually, and then I can just hold under.
Yeah, I mean, like you do a troop line.
Yeah. So it's your call. It's however you want to do it. Holding.
I've never done it like that. I've always like split it and then throw it under and over. But I like that because it makes it less.
I don't like splitting the dope between the two because now I have to remember there's a difference for each target. There's 2 targets I gotta remember. Instead of dial for one, now it's just center, and then I just gotta remember one target.
Well, to be honest, that's why I
if the dope is easy, like for instance my 455, 550, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5. So that's fucking easy. But sometimes depending on the altitude and the cartridge you're using, it'll alter the dope and make it where it's not as easy.
If you haven't checked it out before, yeah.
I've broken your heart.
Down, little shorty, what it do? Got a bad bitch, show me I'ma leave with you. If I walk up in the party, motherfuckers better move. If a motherfucker try me, I'ma put him on the news. Goddamn, I don't want no fucking bitch, cause I came in the club with a motherfucking watch out, motherfucker, cause I'm looking for a lick. Got diamonds on my wrist, brass knuckles on my fist. I'm slapping motherfuckers in the face in the pit. Might hit him in the head, I got 100 in the clip. Wait, little bitch, don't want that. I'ma put a blade through his chest like a thumb like now. The chopper gon' have a run in, but fucking on this bitch, I'ma fuck her and never coming. Got a bad little bitch in the crib and shit up the side. I'ma walk up in this bitch, I don't care if they tell me come in. Cause I gave that bitch and I'm looking for a body. I feel like murder is a motherfucking hobby. And I'm coming off the top feeling like I'm Jeff Hardy. I'm blood on the dance floor, Rico to the party. Blood on my shirt from the vendetta. I'm in the face, my boot nuts don't get off. Heads up, I'm getting fed up. Pull up with the gun and mark your head up, bitch.
Говори, ебальник. Ты это мне сказал? Да, это тебе. Выйди нахуй из комнаты отсюда, долбоёб. Да я тебя сейчас въебало выйду. Ебать. Я на парне еще разберусь нахуй.
I'm like, wait, we're not ready.
Recording. Sneak in right here.
Can you grab the other side of that table? We're just gonna shift it towards you, like I got my camera on that. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna shoot something this side and you have that.
Roger that.
Hey boys, can I sneak in right here? Parker, we ready?
I wouldn't, man.
So,
You can, I was gonna say, you can switch people out whenever they have to reload. I thought that was my drone for a second. I thought I took it
Thomas.
off. Good with us.
Alright, I'll just emulate that I'm pulling the trigger.
Hey, Phil. Hey, Phil. When I get good, I'm just gonna say this Mac dump is dedicated to fuck cancer for Thomas, and you get send out the count.
So you're good. So I limited the elevation. Just be mindful. You can't go too far down and cut the front of your car in half. But if you pick the wheel with use the reticle. When you fire it, the gun's want to lean back a little bit. All you got to do is flip the red switch up. When you got that green light, you're good to go. So right thumb only, okay?
I think the red is your Wi-Fi on.
All right, lights and lasers on!
You're gonna get a lot of concussion right there.
Lights and lasers on!
You might actually get knocked off.
I was about to say,
Snipers ready? Hold one. Hold one.
Yep, mask on. Green light.
Camera rolling.
So flip that switch up. Got green light. So right thumb only, Rick. All right, when you're ready.
All right, there's your smack dump. It's for Thomas Reed. Fuck cancer. Send it, boys, snipers.
Shooter stand by. Fire in tier 2. 5,
4, 3.
I'll go for it. Hey, Rick. Pull it out. Ceasefire! Ceasefire! Hey, Rick.
Yeah, so there's
Hey,
an
Chris.
overload relay in the bottom.
There's still some.
And
Yeah. But we have a ceasefire.
but I'm gonna have to when these guys clear.
We'll just collect them.
Little what's that? Yeah, you got it.
Felt like it was pretty good.
Fucking car.
Fuck yeah! Where are you holding mine?
Let's go!
Shooting it. Oh, I think I just saw a black guy. And then I lined up on the one on the head and hit you. Hey Rick, there's still some explosives on that target.
Do you want to? Oh, those are fine. Rick, here. Do you want to try and send the rest of these down range or no? The belt was just bound in the can.
Here's blade dedicated for ORD. One for you.
I can do it. Yeah.
I can send it.
Yeah, or you can have it back. Did we catch that?
Hey,
You want to rip the minigun?
Fuck
Get up there and let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Put it
Clear
there.
the firing line!
Clear the line!
Tanner! Clear the firing line!
Back off.
Range is still hot!
Can't go
Too low or else it's
Yeah, well, you can go down. It's
No.
limited. You won't be able to actually hit it. So we'll try on that reticle. We flip this master over.
trying to get a better angle for him.
Now
Yeah.
it's green.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so only right thumb, all right? Okay, cool. So on you when you're ready, all right? Is everybody ready?
Fuck yeah!
I can't fucking hear you. Is everybody ready? Woo!
You want to see first fire?
I do.
Alright. Shooter ready?
Ready?
Stand by. Begin.
Oh. Now I missed that, so I lost all the points.
Nope, you got 15 seconds to 3 rounds left. You gotta end on a hit though. You gotta hit that though, you can't go back. 5 seconds. You went to the, you had to finish the one you were on though.
Oh, the small one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Hard, man. I mean, some guys do it differently and how the rules are with it, but that's essentially the gist
Yeah.
of it, where it's, you have a time limit, it's up to you on how you want to do it. You can call it when you want. Don't let your ego get to you. But too many times, guys will let their ego. They're like, I can do it. And then they drop all the points that they gain. So it's usually better if you get into a competition setting like that to not risk it and just take the extra points that you got.
Yeah. We'll try to shoot that small one again. So, like, because that first shot that I did was way high. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, it's
2-4.
but it shouldn't be way high.
It's high. I mean, I thought it started pretty high, because then I held at the bottom of the plate and I hit like pretty much in the middle.
Oh.
It was a little high. I don't know why, but cool.
Right on, dude.
We'll try one more if you don't mind. What's up, guys? This is the end of day 2. We have one more day. This was a ton of fun. We started off the day. Originally, we went down to the range, to the other side of the range rather, and we did some shooting with the sponsors, which was awesome. We did doing some competitions, speed for pistol and carbine. I'm not the best carbine or pistol shooter, so didn't stick away from it. I shot it, but didn't nearly do as well as some of the other guys, but it was fun to just shoot some ammo that I didn't pay for because they brought it. And then we came up here to the long range, which is the 700-yard range. And from here, we started shooting positional tripod. We continued to validate our trajectories, make sure our dope is all same. And then from there, we started shooting out off of a position. We did a barricade, we ran some stages. The one stage that I did, which was off of underground tubing, I originally messed up my range and dope. Shooting at the 200-yard range with a 300-yard dope, and I could spot trace, and I saw the bullet go clear past. Then I obviously saw where my mistake was. Recheck dope had it come. I originally was at my 300-yard dope, which was 1.4. I should have dialed 0.9 for that 200-yard dope, which I didn't. So refixed it, redialed the correct dope, and then re-engaged those targets. It was two rounds per 100 yards. So started 200 to 200, 300 through 2, 302, 402, 502, and then 602. And for all of those, I did well past 400 yards. After the 400-yard target, I pretty much cleaned the whole thing. After that, we had very, very generous sized targets, so it wasn't super difficult, and there was very little wind. We did have a little bit of wind pick up in the middle of the day. Which was nice because we were able to practice calling some wind, since that's one of my very weak points, is calling wind. And unfortunately, for me, shooting consistently at the 100-yard range, it's difficult for me to practice wind. And when I'm practicing wind, it's either at a course like this, or a specific course, or most of the time it's in competition. So I'm figuring out the wind as I go. So there's no real way for me to practice wind, unfortunately. So today was kind of nice that we were able to practice a little wind, hold off, and practice. I don't usually dial, I just practice my wind holds. The second course of fire that I was able to do was off a barricade. 2 shots, 4 positions, cleaned that with no problem. That was easy. The original target was 350 yards, and then that went out to, I think it was 460 yards, and you had to transition between the two. One thing, we had a lot of time for that stage. It was 2 minutes, so I ended up dialing in between each target. I was going to do hold over, hold under, kind of like a troop line, but I decided just to dial. One of the things that was brought up to me and taught to me, which was nice, was that if you have 2 different targets that are pretty similar, one of the things that I learned today was that if you have 2 different targets, instead of splitting the difference between the 2 different dopes, for instance, so if you have one target that's, I'm just using random numbers, 500 yards, it's 2, and then 400 yards, it's 1. You just split it 1.5, and then hold over and hold under depending on which target you're shooting at. For me, that's the way I've always done it. Not that I have a lot of, if any, very little experience with troop lines, but that's the way I did it. And I didn't like that because it had to make my brain kind of think too much if I'm calling wind and try to make sure I have a good body position, natural point of aim, all of that stuff, and then add in holding over and hunting on it. It was too confusing for me. So the thing that I was shown today, which was really helpful, was instead of doing that, dial for your specific longer target, because most of the time that might be a little bit smaller. So dial for that target, keep that in your dope, especially if you're running a stage where you can't, once you set your dope, that's it, you can't touch your turrets. And then hold under for your closer target, and you're able to do it that way, which I thought was super helpful. And again, it could only be used for certain positions, but for me that was really helpful. So that was something good for the future to do. Then we did the mag dump, which was fucking awesome. It was so cool. I was lucky enough to be able to shoot off the Tannerite with Phil and Ryan, which was really, really, really awesome. We timed our shots, which I've never done, so that was really interesting and cool. And after that, the guys at ORD and Rick from Achilles Heel, if you ever see this, thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. These guys have always been awesome, and this community is exactly, it's something that not many communities get to experience, where someone actually, or groups of people actually give a shit about somebody else, and more than just themselves. Because it's really nice to see, and for me personally, going through some stuff, it's really nice having that support and know that guys are just there just because they're just good dudes, not because they're getting anything from it. So that was really nice. And then after that, we had had dinner, and then we came out here and did a night shoot. The 400-yard range was lit up. The 400 yards range was lit up, so that was nice and fun. I did a little bit of position. I did some seated positions. I did some standing stuff. One of the guys had a PVS 30 clip-on night vision, so I've never looked through that, so that was cool to use. One thing that was new to me was that it's kind of blurry. Not super blurry, but your reticle is in focus, but the target is kind of blurry. It's not super crisp, which was, I thought, interesting. But it was definitely cool to look through, and definitely a neat thing. Other than that, that was really kind of how day 2 went. Other than